Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WCS Premier League. This is Group D. We're going to get into game number 2 here of Hellokitty versus Axiom's Heart. Axiom Heart taking a very, very confident game number 1. What are you thinking?
It's been a tough day for Hellokitty, man.
It is.
The scouting really gets every time. These Axiom Terrans do such a good job of scouting, and his builds are really designed to try to catch people off guard. They're builds that you don't see very often, at least in the Korean level, and so if they're mis-scouted, that's where Hellokitty can really win these games, but so far, the scouting has been so spot on by his opponents.
Alrighty, guys, so let's get into the positions and players on the map once again on Daybreak. So we like these maps. Spawning up here in the top right-hand corner, our red Protoss player, it is Hellokitty. And spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner from Team Axiom, our blue Terran player, Heart. So, now what do you think we're going to be seeing out of Hellokitty?
I mean, so this is not a good map to go Blink Stalkers on, and he's not proxying his pylon. So I have no idea. Because that's
that.
I feel like it might be Oracle. We haven't seen Oracle
Oracles
yet,
would be a really good choice on this map. There's a lot of airspace. You can get around your opponent very, very easily. Missile turrets can't even defend all the points of entry from the air-edged sides of the base, or the main base.
That being said, though, I'm trying to think of where he would put the Oracles that Heart wouldn't look. There's not, like, it's not, Akalon Waste, there's a lot of spots you can place that proxy Stargate. But on Daybreak, I mean, Heart's going to check this area right here, right? And he's also going to check his third base, most likely, considering how well he's been scouting last game. So maybe Hellokitty's going to mix it up and build a Nexus.
Build it inside his base. Where he would least expect it.
He's gonna go Oracles. He's gonna
go proxy Oracles inside Heart's base.
He'll never see it there. Next level mind games.
So double gas once again coming out here from Hellokitty. Surprise, surprise. We haven't seen anything different out here from Hellokitty. Hasn't gone for any type of Nexus first. Hasn't gone for just a one gas expand. Always double gas. Cybercore going down as well. Scouting SCV coming out here for Axiom's Heart. All of these Axiom players know is I definitely need to scout what's going on with Hellokitty. So I'm gonna get to his base, and I'm not gonna be surprised to see double gas, but I still want to scout him regardless.
It looks like a standard expansion build this game, though. Only 2 probes on each gas, so just enough gas to get a Stalker and a Mothership Core. And Heart's a good enough player. He's gonna notice this. He's gonna notice that unlike the last game, where there was 3 on each gas, there was 2 for quite a while, just now, adding some more. So it's not going to be a crazy build. It's just going to be a normal, standard expansion. Hellokitty is saying, you know what? These Axiom guys, one-base shenanigans aren't working. Let's play a standard game.
And I really, really like this from Axiom's Heart. He's got that SCV, and it's going over every single inch and even, I don't know, angstrom of the base here for Hellokitty. Just making sure every single small thing is accounted for. And he probably even counted every single probe just to make sure.
Oh, yes. Yes, he did. And he's got at both the locations where proxy Oracles are often on this map. So very, very careful with this scouting, making sure to check everywhere there could be. And Hellokitty, I think he's realized this. Over the last 3 games against these Axiom Terrans, and the first 2 against Ryung, and then last map against Heart, I think he's come to the conclusion that their scouting's too good to pull shenanigans off on him.
Command center coming out here from Heart. Got the reactor up now, popping out more and more Marines. No bunker this time. We haven't seen a bunker yet. But he did see that Nexus, so obviously he's not going to throw out a bunker. Who knows? Who knows with Hellokitty, though? You could cancel the Nexus and go for, I don't know, 3 Stargate carrier Oracle Immortal push. I don't know at this point, because he's playing so many mind games. There is a Stargate, though.
There is. This is a really cool build, actually. I haven't seen this too often. A very fast Stargate after the Nexus. I'm pretty sure he's going to open Oracle. I don't see it likely being anything else.
Well, Axiom Heart's going to have a lot of Marines, though. He does have that reactor. He's popping out a starport as well. There's that Reaper going on straight on into the main base. Is it going to be able to scout it? It does.
It does.
The Mothership was baited by the SCV, so the Reaper was able to get up that ledge and seize the starport.
Heart is so good at timing of that scout combination, SCV Reaper working as a team.
And the Reaper actually is able to get out? Yes, it is.
Of course, the SCV sacrifice. But Reapers are criminals. They don't, you know, they don't really care about their friends.
Aren't all Terrans criminals? Wasn't that how Terrans came to be?
Yes, but well, no, all Terran's ancestors were criminals. They were shipped off from Earth in a criminal ship. But Reapers actually are currently criminals given the option to become a Reaper instead of staying in jail.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's actually the lore. I did not know that.
I'm almost positive. I'll have to double check with Clutch. Clutch is, of course, the guy to confirm all StarCraft lore information on.
So Clutch, if you're out there, definitely tweet the answer, because I'm very curious myself. A bunch of idle SCVs there for Heart. They just kind of wanted to hang out next to the minerals. They are very pretty. I don't blame them.
Oh, Widowmine here. Be careful, Oracle. He's got to see it.
Oh, he doesn't see it. There goes the Oracle Mine. Takes out the Widowmine takes out the Oracle in one hit, as always.
That was not good for. It's okay. He's got an Observer. That'll spot the Widowmine, and he can say, "I know where you are." The Reaper gets in again.
He's going to scout off. He does see the Robo Facility. Sees the double more gateways going down here.
He's going to see the support bay.
And sees the robotics base. And now he knows everything that's coming up here. But tricks on you. He was just going for observer speed.
That would be pretty funny.
And Hellokitty just, I feel so bad for him because he keeps getting scouted perfectly every single time here by Heart.
I mean, that's what happens with these world-class Korean Terrans. They really prove that if you're losing to these one-base all-ins, it's just scouting, right? If you're good at scouting, you're not going to lose to these builds. Or I mean, this wasn't one base all-in, but if you're losing to things like Oracles come out of nowhere,
right?
You just got to get your scouting on point.
And I mean, and that's exactly when you're dealing with a volatile player who's not only that, but completely backed against the corner. This is potentially the last game here for Hellokitty. You need to make sure, you know, we were talking before about scouting too much. I think scouting aggressively as much as Heart is doing is exactly what he needs to do when you're facing an opponent that's backed against a door.
Because he's scouting intelligently, though. It's not like he's sacrificing anything to scout. He just lost one Reaper, and he's sending one Marine around the map, and he sent one Scout SCV. He hasn't used a single scan yet to scout because he's been so good with his Marine SCV Reaper, and it actually saves you money if you scout like that because you don't have to use those scans.
So here comes a double Widowmine drop here from Axiom Heart moving across the map. Is not going to get scouted. I believe the Observer was taken out there in the middle of the map. Oh, no, there it is.
It was taken out. There's one taken out in Heart's main. Yeah, he's very, very good at scouting.
Phoenixes are hanging out here, and not only that, but they're also patrolling. They could potentially take out this medevac. Now, there is the boost on the medevac, and I'm sure that Axiom Heart's going to be able to get at least one Widowmine down here.
Oh, he should. Oh, he's going back.
No, he's going back.
Yeah, he should be to get both of them out. There they go. They land. Phoenixes pick up one.
Unsuccessful in picking up the other one before it falls,
Observer
but
should
does get
come, and they should be able to kill that other one as well. Phoenixes can pick up the Widowmine before it detonates. The lift is about the same range as the Widowmine, but doesn't have that 1.5 second timer, so you can pick it up really quickly if he gets an Observer over there, which I assume he's going to do.
Widowmines controlled remotely have a lot of lag, so it's very difficult for them to actually get their shot off instantly.
This is true. This is true.
Always 1,500 millisecond lag. You'd think the Terran army would have fixed that by now, but they're working on other things.
They want to make sure to go in at the correct unit, right? If it went instantly, like a single Zerdan could run in there and it would just pop. Yeah, you gotta exert the right amount of patience. And they figured out 1.5 is the, I guess is what they think is the perfect time to make sure it's not just a single unit.
After a lot of testing, unfortunately a lot of SCVs were caught in the crossfire because very twitchy Widowmine operators just instantly hit the button and killed SCVs or things that caught them off guard. So a little bit of MMM as well as one single tank moving around the map. Let's take a look at the upgrades. We have +1 armor on the way here for this infantry, as well as +1 weapons has already finished. +1/+1 for ground and armor has started here for Hellokitty. Got the double forge going.
You know, all things being said, I'm really liking Hellokitty's position. He's got a good amount of Phoenixes up. He's going Colossi, and there's the Vikings are pretty much just started for Heart, right? He doesn't have or no, he's got 4. He's working on 6 Vikings, but with 1 starport, I don't think he can. I think he needs a 2nd starport against the strategy Hellokitty is doing because there's a lot of Phoenixes out. If Hellokitty uses the force fields well to keep the bio at bay, the Vikings are going to die to the Phoenixes before they can kill very many of the Colossi. So as long as it's going to come down to force fields, he only has 2 sentries. It's going to be a little tricky.
This Marine somehow got into the middle of the natural and was taken out by the Mothership Core and the Colossus. I don't know how he got there, but he should be given an A+ in Subterfuge. Colossus and everything else just hanging out right between the third and natural base.
He sees all the Phoenix and 4 Colossi. He knows his opponent's committing a lot of gas to non-Templar units, so I would anticipate a second Star Probe being put down momentarily. No, he's actually going to go for Goats.
An interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get, if you can EMP the sentries, you can beat the Colossi without a high Viking count, just because you have so many ground units, and because the Protoss put a lot of their resources into the Phoenixes, you can plow through the ground army, and then, of course, without meat in front of it, the Colossi will die to Marauders and Marines, which is nothing.
There are a lot of Marauders in this army, too, so they will be able to melt those Colossus very, very quickly.
Some Hellbats are going to help out a lot against the Zealots as well. There's not very many Hellbats, so they won't be instrumental quite this point. One Marine played Ring Around to Rosie.
Need a little bit of Benny Hill music for that one.
Oh, Probe going out.
Getting +1 ship weapons as well, so these Vikings are going to be able to take out those Colossus even easier. More and more Colossus starting to come out here, though. That's going to be 6 Colossus. That's a lot of Colossus. That's going to be able to melt a lot of that Terran infantry very quickly in a couple of salvos.
And if you look at the unit count, the Phoenixes are going to attack upgrade. It's 10 Phoenixes to only 13 Vikings. I really like Hellokitty's position, but I don't think he wants to take the fight right now.
Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. One Colossus goes down. The Phoenixes are out of position. The Phoenixes are targeting down the Colossus, not even focusing. Ooh, and those Vikings are melting now, but he lost so many Colossus beforehand.
He only has 3 left, and he lost a good chunk of his Zealots as well. A Heart now with a 30 supply lead. Hellokitty's got to be more careful moving out. Losing this many of his Colossi. This composition is designed to get so many Colossi that the Bio can't even approach your army. And then you get so many Phoenixes that the Vikings have a hard time doing what they can do as well. So,
and look at this, Axiom Heart pulling a ton of SCVs. We have a huge conga line of SCVs going to be joining this fray. That's going to be able to tank a lot of the Colossus shots. It's going to allow him to get in there with those EMPs.
Oh, the Vikings going to try to use their range while the Marines protect them from the Phoenixes. One Viking goes down, though. A nice pick-off from Hellokitty. Here comes the EMPs.
And here comes the engagement. So much damage being done here. The Vikings going straight for those Colossus. Now going for the Phoenixes for a couple of salvos. And unfortunately are being completely melted away. Hellokitty just barely staving off the aggression till now, but there's just too many Marines and Marauders as they run up the ramp. Time Warp slows them down.
Hellokitty either needed some more force fields there to keep the bile back, or more Colossi to take it out faster.
Pulling all the probes, and the probes get completely obliterated by Hellbats, Marines, and Marauders. One more Colossus comes out, but it's not enough. He's gonna fall at the last couple of shots of those dying Marauders.
You know, the Phoenixes, there's not many Marines. Zealots warp in. Is Hellokitty gonna hold? I think he is.
Oh my God, food supply count is even.
A feedback goes down. This is one of the closest battles I've ever seen. It was down to the wire. The food counts are even. Remember, Hart pulled a lot of SCVs.
He's down to just 36 as well.
Without Medivacs, Chargelots do very well against the Bio. Remember, it's also 2-2 Protoss versus currently 2-1 Terran, but Terran is working on 3-2, rebuilding his SCV count.
Getting a lot of Archons in here. I really, really like this decision. Hart's been focusing on getting a lot of Marauders, and those Archons tank a lot of hits. Marauders shoot very slowly. They're very good against armored units, but not so much against Archons.
Oh.
Phoenix is coming in here, picking up a couple more units. One Phoenix does go down. A couple Marauders taking some hits. The Zealots just keep charging. They keep charging in there. They're going to get picked off finally. Pulling back behind the Shroud to surprise with Archons.
I don't know if Hart has the economy to really build the ghost count he needs to deal with this many Archons quite this moment. Another Colossi being added in 2. A great idea when you know you've already killed all the Vikings and your opponent has no Medivacs. They have to rebuild the Medivacs. Going back to Colossi, a great decision.
Food supply count pretty even, 106 to 101. Hellokitty taking a very small lead here. 58 to 42 in the income tab as well.
Remember, Hart is up by a single upgrade, 3 attack, 2 armor versus the 2-2 of Hellokitty. DT's being mixed in. With a low SCV count, he's not going to have very many scans available.
There's a medevac drop going straight on into Hellokitty's base. There's a single Phoenix there. It's going to be able to scout it out. There are High Templar trying to get into position. But they're just going to feel fine just pulling back and dropping and taking out this proxy pylon.
Oh, there's a missile turret. DT, what are you doing? You're a little too brave. He's taking out one SCV, but he does go down. Both players still on 3 base to 3 base here at the 20 as we approach a 21-minute mark. 5 Archons now. Hart still not feeling confident enough in the size of his bio bowl to start adding in those ghosts. And the Archon count is, oh, there it goes. There goes the first ghost, but
he's got 2 ghosts already, so he's going to have 2 EMPs,
okay.
But as long as those Archons don't cluster up, I don't think that's going to be doing too much damage to Hellokitty, as long as he keeps them split up. That's a very important point here. If those EMPs can pretty much blanket, it's going to be a very, very difficult battle here.
There's no Vikings. There's 1 Colossus out already. 2nd Colossus being added in. Archons spread out pretty decently.
EMP actually hits a lot of Zealots and not the Archons. Archons coming in here doing a lot of damage.
Oh, the Hellbats.
Is it going to be enough? Oh, the Medevacs are taken out by the Archon blast radius. Colossus doing a lot of damage. Here comes the Stim. He's fighting. He's moving back a little bit at a time. The Archons are pretty much all gone except for 2 of them. One of them only has a very small fraction of shields left.
Hellokitty trading very well in that engagement. The bio's almost completely gone. He's going to run it down. 2 Colossi charge us Archons.
With those Phoenixes coming in here, poking off as many of those Medevacs as possible. And Axiom Heart's forces are really hurt. They are overstimmed. Too many drugs.
The Hellokitty, he saw the units over here with the Watchtower. He's going to hunt them down. Those are 2 ghosts, 2 of the most important units in Heart's composition. Is Hellokitty going to run the force down?
It could be a bait. There's a Widow Mino over here. He might lose 1 to 2 forces. It's going to be probably just a Stalker.
Takes out a Stalker, but those ghosts are so important.
Here comes the Phoenix, going to try and lift one of those ghosts, and it's successful. It's going to be able to take out that ghost. Let's get 1 more EMP. It goes down before it's able to drop that EMP, but still a couple more EMPs come down. Those Archons pretty hurt. They need to regenerate their shields.
They do. Hellokitty knows this. He's backing away. He's got a 4th base coming up. Hart still on 3 bases.
And mining out quickly. He's been using those mules very, very much. And those mules, they mine double. They give you a very good econ boost, but unfortunately, they mine out those bases quicker, too.
Oh,
this is going to be a war of attrition here, axslav.
Hellokitty in a great position. Hart getting on the edge of desperation. You're feeling the game is starting to slowly slip away. He's got to make a move, and this could be it. 3 Medevacs. A big drop heading toward Hellokitty's main. Only single Phoenix there to defend. And if Hellokitty sends all his forces back to deal with the drop, Hart will then move in and take out the 4th base.
He's already posturing his army to do exactly that. He's got a couple Vikings now in the count. And here comes
DTs.
Those. Oh, DTs, very nicely used. But unfortunately, the scan does go down, melts those DTs very quickly. Now going for the High Templar Archives, as well as there is a push at the 4th base.
Oh, the 4th is going to go down. No, Hellokitty turns around to defend that. His main is still in trouble, but if he can run down this army here.
Oh, man, he's doing so much damage with this drop. The drop is doing so much work here. Does take out another Forge, but is forced away. The Stalkers blink up.
Hellokitty stabilizes, still maintaining a 30 supply lead, still a base up, losing a couple buildings, but not the damage Hart needed to get back in the game. He needed to take out this 4th base, and he was unable to do so.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually notice. He's still on 2-2. I thought he went to 3-3 already.
Hellokitty, no.
No, wow, he's still on 2-2,
yeah.
So that is...
Scrappy game like this, he really wants to get as many Colossi Archons.
Yes, quite right, but I thought he'd already started 3-3 before he started falling so far behind. DT coming in here, poking around. Going to force another scan, and this is very, very smart focusing as many scans as possible when your opponent's stuck on 3 bases. Takes out another Forge, so now both Forges are down, and now also going for the Robotics Bay. Has to rebuild the Templar Archives, now also has to rebuild the Robotics Bay, though Dark Shrine's also going to go down, so he's not going to be able to force any more scans.
Hart being cost efficient here, he's trying to keep Hellokitty at bay while he equalizes the base count.
Bunch of idle probes hanging out at the 4th base, don't know what they exactly want to do.
Hellokitty does have the superior army, he could deny the 4th right now, he just got to be careful about that drop counterattack. Stalkers there are positioned to defend. His main army looks like it may be poised to strike at the 4th base. There's no Medevacs in his composition. There's a very small bioforce.
There's a lot of EMPs.
There are, but there's not much to back him up. And there's 4 Colossi here. I feel if Hellokitty strikes now, he can just obliterate Hart's 4th, and Hart cannot afford to lose that 4th base.
199 to 157. Hellokitty with a very, very firm lead in the supply count.
Oh, if he sits around for too long, though, Hart could equalize. The sooner he makes his move, the better. He's starting to move out now.
He's splitting up his Archons. Very, very smart maneuver. Doesn't want to get caught in those blanket EMPs. It looks like this might be where one of our final battles partakes.
Oh.
Not even a planetary fortress here.
No, he just moved it from his main. SCV's having great EMPs.
So many EMPs do go down, but there's so many Zealots. Zealots actually being focused as the Archons taking up so much room. The Colossus are melting to the Vikings, but here come those Archons doing a lot of damage to that MMM. The Zealots charging in here, trying to take out as much as possible. Zealots being chased away. Vikings have melted all of the Colossus, and it looks like Hart, with a very good engagement, is going to be able to chase Hellokitty away. 124 to 92 in the supply count.
Hellokitty still ahead in supply, taking out that double drop on the home front. Defend Hart. No medevacs. Sorry, your tube, you're out of energy. Units are very low. Charge out to Archons being warped in. Hellokitty with the big warp in.
But is it enough? There's a lot of Zealots.
It is.
There's only a couple of Archons, and here come the probes being pulled for a second. Widowmine goes off, takes off 2 more Zealots. Here come those Vikings now on the ground. Don't have to fight any more Colossus. They're very big units. They take up a lot of space. They make those Archons less efficient. The Zealots coming in here trying to do as much damage as possible. Once again, they're slicing and dicing the rear end of that army.
Oh, it was too damaged. Not enough medevacs. Hellokitty pushing Hart back. Hart only on 20 SCVs.
Forward. And he's going to be able to take out more Hart. GG's Hellokitty wins his first match of the day.
Wow.
That was a really well, you know what? I think he should do that more often.
He should,
that
man.
Thing that he just did, he should do that more
often. When
often.
he builds a second Nexus, he does a lot better.
There's a correlation right there.
Yeah.
There's a correlation. Build second Nexus, 100% win rate.
so far it's true, man. A very strong macro game, you know. A lot of people, might have been saying, oh, this guy keeps going blink soccer all in, blink soccer all in.
One base,
why does he keep losing? He's proven you guys, you know what? I do like my one base all-ins, and they can work. But when I realize my opponent's scouting's too good and they're just not going to work anymore, my macro game is actually great too.
He just said, the Axiom Terrans, they're not really worth my time. I'm just going to go straight for these one-base builds time and time again. I don't feel like wasting my time with these people. But now he's proven that actually, biding his time, taking a little bit slower. He's a very methodical player, but let's check out what happens in game number 3 here as we go on Hellokitty versus Axiom Hart. This is WCS Premier League Group D. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.